What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rasheed White. If you're new to the channel, definitely certainly subscribe to this channel. And remember, all the Brooklyn Nets news is going to be moved to the new channel, BKNY Hoops. There's already a couple of, about 6, 7, or 8 videos that's up already. Definitely go check it out. This channel is going to be changing a little bit. It's going to be covering more NBA topics like the Knicks and the 76ers and other NBA news, in the future. So definitely get to BKNY Hoops and definitely subscribe to that channel and get some Brooklyn Nets news over there. All right, so here's the news story of, I believe it was today, and it says over here that the Brooklyn Nets are not interested in actually getting rid of Ben Simmons over there. And I told you guys, and it feels somewhat good to be vindicated. Hopefully, maybe I'm not wrong or anything like that, but let's get to this article right here. And this would be a really dumb trade if Sean Marks actually trades Ben Simmons. For one, he has 2 years and $80 million that's actually left on his contract there. So why in the hell would they actually trade him? It's just 2 years left. And you're talking about for Tyler Herro, 4 years, $120 million for a guy who actually will not, I promise you, Tyler Herro will not make an all-star team in those 4 years. He will not. And you have Ben Simmons, who's actually a 3-time All-Star, who's actually getting the better end of the deal over here. And like I said, Ben Simmons has not fallen off the face of the earth. He just was injured. So let's get into this article over here. And this is kudos for actually Sean Marks for actually being really smart. And let's say if you was to actually get rid of Ben Simmons, who the hell's, well, let's say if you want to move Spencer Dinwiddie to the point guard position. The dude is going to get burnt out, man. Seriously, you're going to need a backup. Is it going to be David Duke Jr.? No, he's not ready yet. He still actually has to learn how to play the game of basketball. So you actually need either Ben Simmons starting and Dinwiddie coming off the bench, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. So it says Simmons is a logical trade candidate because of the 2 years and nearly $80 million left on his contract. In theory, he could be used as a salary filler in a 3-way trade between the Blazers, Heat, and Nets. If Portland's look to rebuild, once the Lillard era concludes in Portland, the team might be fine with taking on Simmons' contract if he receives a trade package loaded with future. Well, first of all, I wouldn't get rid of any kind of first-round picks or anything like that. Those picks are actually valuable to actually really getting you like real superstars, not Tyler Herro. and like I said before, that Ben Simmons is a 3-time All-Star, and he can actually really get back to that. And listen to this over here. What do you call? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get rid of this. All right, here we go. If Ben Simmons has a point to prove, so he'll actually get back to damn near what he was, and then on the second year of his deal, he's actually going to be looking for a new contract. So you're going to get Ben Simmons actually really truly playing at his best, and to actually prove to people that he's worthy of a second max contract. And I know people's actually going to really truly think I'm crazy. All right, so we actually have a new sponsor of the show over here, and the name of this company is called SportsLink, and they actually provide high quality iPhone cell phone cases. I already give a couple of these out to my friends, and who are actually really truly honest and really pragmatic with me, and they said this was actually the best iPhone case that they actually possibly had, and it's like waterproof. Like, you have to really actually protect your phone when you buy these phones, just in case you actually want to trade up. And especially when I heard that there's an iPhone fold phone coming out over here, man. So if they offer like $800-900 for your phone being in top condition, that's exactly what you want. You see the Amazon reviews over here, it's 4.3 stars. That is really hard to actually get, and these are all verified verified actual purchases over here. You know, people who actually purchase a product and they actually truly like it. If you know, definitely I will leave a link in the description. And yeah, and just because this is underwater, it's a really effective underwater, and that's actually really a good thing though. So they they'll give you 20% off if you actually use the coupon code that's actually in the description over there. So let's get back into Ben Simmons there. So trying to tell you guys, you know, Ben Simmons is a three-time All-Star. He actually plays defense. He can play the 5. He has to work on his free throw shooting. He has to work on his shooting in terms of where you can actually use him as a decoy, because you never know. I mean, you know, your high-level shooters could potentially be injured, and maybe Ben Simmons can actually provide some sort of spacing when it actually comes to filling the void. Let's say if you have a shooter that's actually injured. But a lot of guys really emphasize on Ben Simmons shooting, and I'm like, why does he really need to shoot for the most part? There's times where he actually does need to shoot, you know. So he's 6'11", 6'10", 6'11". Let's round it off to damn near 7 feet. And he has a smaller 6'3" guard on him, 6'2" guard on him. Now, the whole idea of when you actually play basketball is to put pressure on the defense. It doesn't necessarily have to be in terms of, like, you know, a player like Ben Simmons, like Dinwiddie, actually going downhill, getting to the basket, and creating for others. Sometimes you could be putting pressure on the defense in terms of, like, shooting the basketball. You know, you Steph Curry, you know, he could pull up from 35 feet. You know, so that causes defenses to actually have to come out some, which actually spreads the floor. So a lot of people emphasize on that, and even if Ben was, let's say, a 40-something% three-point shooter, and we see it in practices. I mean, I can pull up the clips where, I mean, he's making these jump shots in these pro-am leagues, and definitely these scrimmages. You see it in practice. He actually is making these jump shots right there. And so let's say if he can actually shoot 40%, then why in the hell do you want him to shoot a 3 against a 6'2", 6'3" guy? Now remember, I always keep telling people this, and I will drill this into your heads. Not everybody in the NBA has blazing handles, can get to the rim like a Pascal Siakam in 3-4 dribbles. They're not going to be able to do that. All right, so you need a guy like Ben Simmons or like Dinwiddie, these like Siakam, Tyrese Maxey, who can collapse a defense, break a defense down, pick them apart, 4 dribbles at the rim, and you can get guys that are not great at creating their own offense and getting easy shots right there. So that's really truly important. So, and with Ben Simmons, you got to remember too that he's a point guard. For the Dreamers Pro out there, who's you know, who doesn't really understand the game of basketball, the clown show that he actually has over there, that, and listen, I don't care what people say, yo, Rasheed, you need to be a gentleman. He calls people stupid and dweebs and all this nonsense if you don't actually truly concur with him. So yeah, I'm gonna call him stupid sometimes, and I don't hate his show or anything like that, but you know, hey, he calls people dumb. So when he makes errors, I'm gonna call him stupid then, you know? So, what was I saying though? Oh yeah, and basically, and guys, you know, like I said, against you playing, like me and you, these guys have great ball handling skills, but like NBA defenders, they don't really have that, you know, in terms of like ball handling, they don't really have that at all. So Ben Simmons got to really create for these guys, and people got to understand that as a point guard, he actually has to look for others first, and then look for his second. But sometimes, you know, you gotta flip that switch over there to get out of the point guard mindset. Sometimes get into a scorer's mindset. And remember, he has was it 5? You know, I know he's been in the NBA for a while, but there's injuries. So if you're not playing basketball, that don't really count. So let's wrap this video up. Like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share this video. And when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.